I'm in the greenhouse today with a few tips to help your tomatoes develop and ripen, and that's brought to you with the support of King Seeds and Cobra Garden. Well, I've come into the greenhouse today to have a look at the tomatoes, and it's now mid-August, so tomatoes should be fruiting really well. Lots of them ripening, those beautiful tasty tomatoes. It's evening, it's a little bit cooler because we've had some really hot weather across most of the UK for several weeks, so it's quite nice to come in here when it's a little bit cooler. And I'm just going to do a few things to the tomatoes to keep them healthy, keep them growing, and to ensure that the tomatoes keep ripening right the way to the top of the plant. First thing is to try and keep them cool when it's really, really hot. So we've got shading on the sunny side of the greenhouse in the roof, and that just makes that difference. And I open all the windows and all the doors. There's a door at either end, so we get a little bit of a breeze through. So it's not too bad. Another little tip you can do if it's really hot in the day is just water the floor. Get some water, just put it on the floor, and as that evaporates, what that will do is to cool down the air just that little bit and gives a bit of humidity in the air. So we've got the plants growing here. As you can see, we've got ours growing in self-watering pots, but this, what I'm going to do, applies to however you're growing them, whether they're in self-watering pots like mine, or you've got them in grow bags, in the ground, or in larger pots full of compost. And what we do with ours is we take them up so that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 trusses. And what I normally do about the end of July, so a few weeks ago, I took out the growing tip. And the reason I do that is it then gives time for all the trusses all the way up for these fruits not only to develop but also to ripen by the time we get into autumn. If we just let them keep growing, they'd grow all the way over the greenhouse. We get a tangled mass, and lots of those little fruits that develop would never have time to fully grow to their size and ripen by the time it turns cold in sort of end of September, October. So what we need to do with them now is just to check there are no side shoots. Normally, when they get to this stage, they don't produce many side shoots, but I have noticed 1 or 2 here. So there's one here that was missed, so I'm just going to take that out, and they normally just snap out with your finger and thumb. There's another one here somewhere I've seen, and I can't see it now. They hide. Oh, it's a big one there. They're really good. If they are big and you can't get them by just snapping them out, then you might need to go in with a pair of secateurs and just snip it off like that. So we don't need that one. So it's just a case of going over. But any small ones, there's a small one in there. The best way to do it, I hear people saying prune your tomatoes. We side shoot them by snapping them out. It gives a nice clean. So there's a small one in there, and normally if you just snap it one way and the other way, it comes away nice and clean. There's no point of access for disease to get in on a little growth. So we can do that straight away. The other thing is we can now start to take some of the lower leaves off. Again, if the leaves are green, they're producing food that's helping to feed your plant. So there's no point taking them off too early because they are all part of the plant, how it grows. So, but what I do tend to do at this time of the year, we can see some of them are now starting to discolour. Like this one. This is a lovely variety called Akron. I mean, just look at the size of those fruits. It's not a beefsteak. This is just an ordinary sized tomato, but they are absolutely lovely and tasty. So what I'm going to do is take a few off. And again, I don't like to cut them off with a knife or secateurs. If you get your finger and just push up and down, and these yellow ones come off very easy, but even on these that I want to take a few off to get a little bit of air around, I'm just going to get my thumb, push it up and down, and it snaps off so easily. What we don't want are those little stumps that can rot. So I'm probably going to take 4 leaves off, maybe 5. So I'm just exposing that truss so that it allows a little more airflow. And can do the same here. We'll just do a couple. Snap them off really easily, up and down like that. So I could work my way gradually down the row. It just exposes the fruits at the bottom. You get better airflow, and especially the leaves that are discolouring, then we don't need them anymore. And then finally, what we've got to do is to keep feeding them. So my self-watering pots have water in, and the water is wicked up from the roots. But if you haven't got those, you need to keep the compost constantly moist. If you let it dry out and suddenly water it, what can happen is the skins on the fruits can get hard, and then when you give them the water, they split open. So we need that constant moisture so that the fruits are well hydrated and we keep the skin nice and soft. But we also need to feed, and I feed at least once a week with just a proprietary tomato fertilizer, high in potash there, which will just give them all the nutrients they want. It helps to keep the fruits growing, developing and ripening. So you might be watering daily, but at least once a week, possibly twice a week, doesn't matter. You can give them a feed as well, and that will keep everything growing and healthy. And what will happen then over the next few weeks, as more of these leaves start to discolour, I'll gradually take them off, excuse me, to expose more of the fruits. And then by mid-September to late September, all of these green fruits up here will have all ripened and we will have had a fantastic bumper crop. And this is exactly what we're looking for. Lovely, ripe tomatoes that taste absolutely delicious. And don't forget, all the videos and our weekly podcasts can be found on YouTube, or you can go to our website, pots&trowels.com, where you'll find everything you need. We'll be back again next week in the garden. So until then, bye for now.